Hi everyone, this video is on adding and subtracting fractions. So you have a positive fraction, you're adding a negative fraction, you need to get a common denominator. So in this situation, our common denominator would be a 10. So we're going to have some number over 10 plus negative some number over 10. So to get this 2 to become a 10, you had to multiply by 5. So that means you would also have to multiply the 3 by 5, and you would now get 15. To get this 5 to become a 10, you needed to multiply the top and bottom by 2. So that means that 6 times 2 is 12. So now what we would have here is we'd have 15 plus a negative 12, or 15 minus 12, which then is equal to 3 over 10. So 3 over 10 is your answer. All right, for this one we need to be a little bit careful because of the fact that we have that minus a negative. So that minus a negative right there becomes a plus sign. We have an 8 and we have a 2. So really we could keep this as 5 over 8. The minus a negative became a plus sign. And then we could make the 2 become an 8. So to make the 2 become an 8, we had to multiply by 4. So then 7 times 4 would be 28. So 5 plus 28 should give us 33 over 8, because Khan Academy doesn't have us change it to a mixed number. All right, for this one, we have a negative 1/3 and a negative 7 over 4. So we keep the negative sign, we keep the negative sign, we put our fraction, we put our fraction. You can put the plus sign if you want. So a 3 and a 4 can both become a 12. So we multiplied the 3 times 4. So times 4. So 1 times 4 then is 4. To get the 4 to become a 12, we multiplied by 3. So 7 times 3 then is 21. So you owe 4, you owe 21, you now would owe 25. And remember, this is a 21 right there. 21. So the negative 25 over 12. When you type in your answer, make sure you put the negative sign. 25 divided by 12. Again, negative, negative. So negative, this would be a 10 minus, this again is a 10. So 2 times 5 is 10. So 1 times 5 is 5. 5 times 2 is 10. So 2 times 2 is 4. So if you have a negative 5 and a negative 4, that is now a negative 9. You spent 5, you spent 4, now you spent 9 out of 10. So negative 9 out of 10. Again, we have a minus a negative, so minus a negative would become a positive. We need a common denominator for 8 and 6. So you might think 48, but they actually both can become 24. So there's also that negative sign there. We keep the negative sign. So 8 times 3 is 24, so 7 times 3 is 21. So again, all that I did from there to there was multiply by 3. So I also multiply the top by 3. From there to there, I would multiply by 4. So then 5 times 4 means that this top number is going to become a 20. So this is a negative 21, and then you add 20. You owe someone $21, you pay them back 20, you would still owe them 1 over 24 then. So negative 1 over 24. Okay, minus a negative, again, becomes a positive. This one, 33, 33. You're just going to use the 3 and the 11. So 11 times 3 gave you 33. So 12 times 3 is going to give you 36. 3 times 11 is going to give you 33. So 2 times 11 is 22. Adding them together, 6 and 2 is 8. 3 and 2 is 5. So this would be 58 over 33. All right, so we're adding a negative. So again, you're going to have the plus sign, but you're keeping the negative sign. So common denominator for a 5 and a 6. So I'm going to say that that's 30. Over here, 30. So that would mean that I multiplied this by 6. And I multiplied this by 5. So 8 times 5 then would be 40. And 6 times 9 would be 54. But now I need to combine together my 40 and my negative 54. So I owed someone $54. I paid them back 40 of it. I would still owe them 14. And the bottom is still 30. So this should be negative 14 out of 30. Oh, but made a mistake because it says it should be simplified. So I need to simplify this. So negative, and they both are even. So I could divide that by 2 and get 7, and divide that by 2 and get 15. So I didn't get it marked wrong. It just reminded me that I needed to simplify. So this is then negative 7 over 15. And now I got it right. Hopefully that video helped.